what's up, people? This is Silverleaf9255 back with another deck profile for you guys. In today's deck profile, we're going to be presenting you Suicune and Naganadel with Quagsire. So I have made a couple of adjustments to this deck ever since the video where I was really running in the room, and then I showed you my previous version. That version is more of a test version, and I have found that it really doesn't need Vaporeon in it as much as I'd like it to. You guys make your deck any way you like. Vaporeon is actually really a really good Pokemon for support because the hydrating drops and everything. But I did decide to take it out because a little 1/1 line of that was kind of off in my deck, and I want to stay consistent. Like, sometimes you dead draw this card and it wouldn't be ending well. I feel like Vaporeon would go a little bit better with Glaceon because Glaceon stops abilities in the active, and then you got Vaporeon healing from the bench. It even got a pretty good attack too. Cure Shower GX, so you can heal all your Pokemon. But you know what I mean. I might do that deck profile soon after I get myself on their Vaporeon. We're gonna do like maybe a 2-2 line of Vaporeon and Eevee, and then maybe a 3 line of Glaceon and all that good stuff. That's just another deck profile for another day. But without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and then do the Suicune deck profile. So here we go. Okay, so of course, starting off with the Pokemon first. Get this all to my hand. We are playing for 2 Suicune. Now, I have seen some builds that play 3. I'm playing 2 mostly because even though this is a good attacker, it is a GX, so it will cost 2 prices when it gets knocked out. And we have other Pokemon to help stack it up if we need to. Let me bring it up here for you guys. So it got the 180 hit points. Not bad, but still really easy for other attackers to hit, especially with the bar being raised to be able to try and hit Buzzwole for 210 with the fighting type decks and all that other stuff. Because Zoroark is pretty prevalent in the format. It's still there, still running hard and all that stuff, even with all that. But it got the Phantom Wind, so once during your turn before you attack, then if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may shuffle it and all cards attached to it to your deck. So this is more of like a self-Acerola, to the point where if this Pokemon's hurt on the bench, like somebody got spread Pokemon, you don't really need it on your bench. I just put it there so that you don't lose by benching out, or whatever you want to call it, having no Pokemon on your bench. Then you can go ahead and then tap this thing, put it into your deck with all the cards attached to it, or just get rid of all damage. Then, of course, you got one of its main attacks. You got Tear Stream for 120. Then your opponent's attacks do 30 less the next turn to water and colors. And then, of course, you got the Brinicles GX, does 150. And you get to switch with this Pokemon with your bench, which is pretty sweet. And its weakness is the grass, which means it is going to be weak to some of the meta stuff like Golisopod. But I don't think Golisopod is really going to be used in this kind of format with all the, the Blacephalon running around. And Leafeon, obviously, is not going to be used there because even though it has a really good GX move, usually your opponent's attacking by turn 2, and they'll probably take a knockout of your GX, especially with all the fire type crap running around. So not really too prevalent at the moment. I really hope that Leafeon gets good soon, gets a good partner to where it'll be able to speed things up, or a good support or anything like that. But without further ado, next Pokemon that we're playing is a 1 line of Lapras. This is more of a support Pokemon role, so got Collect, Draw 3, got Blizzard Burn for 160, and you get to not attack next turn, but 160 plus choice band's 190, so you're hitting pretty high numbers with that. Ice Beam GX 100, then your opponent's Pokemon is paralyzed, which is very nice. Next, now this is where I took the Vaporeon and Eevee out for. We're playing a 2 line of Lele. I'll be able to search out those Guzmas and all that stuff because it's just pretty optimal to be able to do that. Be able to search out Guzmas, any supports you need, and it also helps out with if you need to get out of a situation, you just drop this and get a support and get out of that. I took it out because it's more the competitive route and it's more consistent. If you draw into this, you're not going to be like, oh, what am I going to do with it? I mean, sometimes there's going to be a situation where you do that, but most of the time there's not, because you're going to be searching for a supporter that's going to get you out of a lot of trouble or help you win the game. So you can play Vaporeon in this deck if you want to, but I prefer that play the Vaporeon in this deck if you're playing more casual, like probably just testing it or whatever. But Tapu Lele is more of an optimal choice competitively, considering the fact that you can stretch for any support and it has a pretty good attack itself. So not bad. Next, we're also playing a 1 line Volcanion Prism. So you got the Jet Geyser, you got the Sono Blast for 100, and then do 30 to each of your bench, no, 20 to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Sorry about that glare over there, by the way. I need to move my light around. But next, we are playing a 3 line of Naganadel, mostly for the charging up attack ability. Been looking for these Naganadel for a very long time. I'm glad I got them. My Pokemon League that I go to usually was giving them out. So of course you see I got 2 of them from that, and then one of them I think I got from a box, and I was just holding on to it. So anyway, we're also playing 3-line of Poipole, so we could be able to evolve these Naganadel. So there's the thing. And then last but not least for our Pokemon, we are playing a 2-2 line of Quagsire for the washout, and then we also have a Whoopers 2-2 line of that. I was going to play a 3-3 line of this, and then maybe take out a Lapras and a Tapu Lele, but I figure that if you have a Quagsire on your bench, you already got your Naganadel and everything running, you shouldn't really have to worry about it that much. The backup Quagsire and Whooper are mostly just for the fact that if it gets prized, then blah, 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 blah. 2-2 is always nice. It's like freaking running Octillery, you play a 2-2 line, or sometimes it's going to get prized, which is pretty bad. But yeah, that's pretty much it for our Pokemon line. Now moving over to our supporter line that we're playing. So we are starting off with, of course, pretty much the staples of the decks that we know and love today. We're playing a 3-line of Cynthia. Shuffle your hand, draw 6 cards, pretty standard. We're also playing a 3-line of Guzma. I'm considering playing 4, but 3 is looking pretty sweet right now. We're also playing 2 lines of Coffleaf. This is mostly to discard energy while we have the Naganadels on the bench, and then draw 4 cards. Next, we're also playing Sightseer, which has the same purpose. Discard some energies, 4 cards that you don't need, and then draw until you have 5. Next, we're also playing a 2-line of Judge to disrupt our opponent's hand once we're pretty much set up. Then we're also playing a 1-line of Lily and Kukui. Lily mostly for if you get in the first turn, you use up most of your hand, which is what you want to do. Then you need to draw until you have 8 cards in your hand. Then, of course, Kukui is there for the extra damage, and it also has some pretty good draw power. And last but not least, this isn't completely last, but for most of the deck anyway, we're playing for the items. We're playing a 3-line of Ultra Ball, of course, to search out that Lele or any other Pokemon that we might need to get. We're playing a 2-line of Choice Band, be able to do that extra damage that we need to do. Playing 2-line of Switch, be able to switch our Quagsire out of the active when our opponent probably is going to Guzma up and try and get rid of it. 2 Aqua Patch, just in case we don't have the Quagsire out and it's in the discard. Not the Quagsire, just in case we don't have the Naganadel out and we've already discarded some energy in the beginning parts of the game, we'll be able to return those to our bench. Next, we're also playing a 2-line of Mysterious Treasure, also to help search for Lele's or a Naganadel or Poipole that we need. We're also playing a 1-line of Palpad and a 1-line of Field Blower, 1-line Rescue Stretcher, and a 1-line of Nest Ball. The reason we're playing Field Blower mostly, and it's from my Pokemon League, so it's pretty good promo. It looks nice, but mostly is because most people are playing a lot of retreat options because of the new Jirachi that's out. So you go ahead, you use the Jirachi's ability, it puts itself to sleep, and then you put the skateboard on it and retreat it and get it out of there, and then get all your rest of your crap going. But if you can get rid of the skateboard, that will limit their options of using the Jirachi. So that's pretty sweet. Then we also have the 1-line Nest Ball and Rescue Stretcher in order to help search out our Pokemon and get them out of the discard and all that good stuff. And then last but not least, our stadiums. We are playing a 3-line of Brooklyn Hill to ensure that we'll be able to get all our Pokemon, our water Pokemon, out pretty fast. Next up, we're also playing our energy, and we are playing a 12 count of water energy to make sure that when we have energy, that we're able to use it, doesn't get lost in the discard pile. Now, a lot of energy will probably get lost in the discard, but we're playing a 12 count, so even if some do get in the discard pile and some of our prizes, we have 12 here, so 12 is pretty close to like Volcanion levels of playing energy, so I'm pretty confident with this list of energy. And if I really wanted to take out another one, we could take out a Brooklyn Hill. We don't need 3. We do need 3 at the same time though, mostly because of all the Prism Star stadiums. But there you go. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the deck profile. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm actually doing this the night of Friday because I was pretty much dead tired after staying up until 7 o'clock playing games and all that stuff, and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do for the next part of our YouTube channel. We have passed finally, and it's taken a long time to do it, but we have finally passed the 160 mark, so we're almost to 200, guys. So if you guys can hit that subscribe button, helps out a lot. Hit that like button, subscribe, not subscribe, share this with your friends if they like Pokemon TCG and all that, or just trying to get into it. I'm gonna be doing more videos about tips and stuff that you could use to play and make your games a lot better and more fun. I might show you guys my collection, because it has been a while since I've showed you guys my Pokemon collection, my binders, and all that good stuff. But yeah, without further ado, I'll see you guys later. And this is gonna be SilverLeafy9055 logging off. See you guys later.
Return to the Mac. Get up what it is, what it does, what it is, what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new